Look, salute when you see me. I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting what do for a purse. Disgusting what do for the clout. I'm one of the realest. The real ones can vouch. They thought I was done, but all that out. You gotta play my mix around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner gets you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't hearing my CD. Made it out of the trenches. Just salute when you see me. Yeah, salute when you see me. I'm getting greedy, I blowed on her budget on me, that's on me, I'm conceited. Treaty, nah, that ain't how we treat it. This right here sound like a three-peat. I put the in it sound like I'm knee-deep, I'm like, oh, you too needy. Me and HB going Juvie and BG, they gotta put my face on the box of Wheaties. I'm praying for whoever think they competed, salute when you see me. That's all he ever, so that's how you greet me. I'm going TM 101 cheesy, and plus they got D2 on repeat. I'm with the love of my life for like 3 weeks, cause that's all I needed. She wanna go on a trip or retreat, but I'm sorry, I never retreated. I set the bar so high that you might as well leave it. I'm going undefeated, I've broken the system, had to breach it, that's mission impossible, mission completed. Salute when you see me, yeah. I got the heart of a god and a genie. I want you to love me, I want you to need me. When I this face is feeding.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. On play action, it's Wentz. He'll buy some time right. Can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Throwing on first is Wentz. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. About 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, Bradford. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills?
Pass.
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. His throw incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Now they took their shot, but the coverage up to the task, and it forces a 4th down. And this one is right through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dietrich Wise able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. 17-0 our score after 1. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They're going to look to throw. And incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26. Pushes him aside at the 45. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. 5-3 their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them, and number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
It was Quiddy Pay who made the stop coming off the edge. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts will take over here as they get it up to the 33-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On first down, Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down, another run with Taylor. Taylor's got the first down and more. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
Mack is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss of the tackle. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Tyreek Hill, 87 yards. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 116 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz going deep here for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! Sammy Watkins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They're going to try and throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Wentz. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 16. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. Taylor's got the first down and more. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Colts are able to strike quick. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Dietrich Wise Jr., his 2nd sack of the night. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD. Now the extra point. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 10. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Great 15, great 15. Let's see what you got.
Here's Wentz to throw. He's going to air one out. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A big play there. His third touchdown. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st down, Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. On 1st down, it's Taylor, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the left.
And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter play. Back now in Indianapolis. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Now back to throw. And he's going to go down again. Quiddy Pay able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never play their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. Well, this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Taylor. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Here's Taylor again. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
We're good. Check 4, check 10.
They'll run it with Mack. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll keep it on the ground. Bradford. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance,
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Quiddy Pay in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I noticed you used the word sparked.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Price. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well under. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Quiddy Pay, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Indianapolis, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.